Hey guys, it has been way too long since I worked on the Mercedes, the W124, and it is time for me to try and replace the cooling system radiator because it has been leaking since I bought the car, and I was using water to cool the engine because of the leak, but it is already winter and I have to change the cooling liquid with antifreeze, and with this leak it is gonna be unsustainable, and I don't want to have any leaks of chemicals from the car polluting the environment and stuff. Of course, if I can help it. I have bought a radiator second hand immediately after I bought the car, and it has been sitting waiting for me to do this step. I haven't even unpacked this thing to see what kind of condition this thing is, but anyhow, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna probably try and use the one on the gray W124. I don't know if that one is gonna fit as well, because this one has a climate control AC unit, that one doesn't, so it is gonna be interesting to see what is gonna happen, if any of the radiators are gonna fit in this car. I have to take the cover beneath the engine out so I can make some room for myself. I have some screws that I have to get from beneath the car, beneath the radiator, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to disassemble the radiator itself. Also, I almost forgot, I have to replace the oil as well, because when I bought the car I immediately replaced the fuel filter and the air filter, because the car didn't had any air filter. It had something resembling a sports filter that was damaged so badly that basically the car had no filter at all. This is the last thing that I'm gonna do to clean up the oil system with the old oil, because I have this additive that is gonna kind of clean on the inside of the engine, and to install the new oil filter and pour the new oil. Hopefully everything is gonna be okay and this procedure is gonna work out well. Let's start working. So I have drained the radiator, and there is a plug over here. You can see when you unscrew this part, the red one. Beside it there is a notch that hose can be inserted. I'm gonna show you the way I did this. There is the bottle, and I used the hose I inserted the hose into that notch that I showed you on the side, and then I just unscrewed this plug over here. So I drained everything that it was inside of the system. You can see the leak from the radiator. Everything is wet beneath it. So I'm gonna unscrew this hose over here, and some unscrewed some screws over here I have to undo, and then I'm gonna hopefully remove the diffuser that is for the fan on the radiator, so I will be able to start disassembling it. So after I disconnected the hose that is in the bottom, I have removed it. It was over there, and the hose that was at the top, I disconnected the fan, this funnel looking thing that is the diffuser, and there was a bracket over here on the side and one bracket on the top. Let me show you how they look like. These are the brackets, and I kind of let this rest on top of the fan, and that allowed me to make room for the radiator to come out. It has the same, this is the radiator for the AC unit, the climate control, and it has the same type of brackets. They are slightly bigger. I just pulled them out. They are from these two holes over here. I just pulled them out, and this allowed me to disassemble, to remove the radiator. If you want to remove this part as well, the only thing that you have to do now is to bring it forward and take it out. But I'm gonna leave mine over here for the moment. So let's see if the radiator is gonna fit. Okay, I think this radiator may fit and this thing may work with the new radiator. The only difference that I see at the moment, first of all, I wanna show you the type of the radiator this is and the other one. This is a different type. I think this is newer, and there was some kind of accident over here, that something has happened with this radiator. I don't know what. You can see on the bottom one of the plastic fittings. When I took the radiator out of its place, the other mount just fell down on the ground, and the only difference that I seem to find on the two is that this one has this opening over here that I'm gonna tap with a piece of hose and a piece of bolt or something, because I don't have a connection point on the car for this thing. The other one doesn't have it. These are the only differences that I can find with them, at least at first glance. So let's try to fit this in the car. Okay, so the radiator is mounted, everything seems to fit. The plastic bit is installed as well. All the brackets are in place over here and over here. Everything is mounted and secure. Now I'm gonna start the engine to see if everything is gonna be okay. The engine is now warm and it is time to change the oil. I'm gonna use this additive now, and I'm gonna let the car run for a bit to kind of flush the oil system. So let's pour it and let it run for a bit. There are no visible leaks at the moment. Everything seems to be fine with the cooling system, and I can't be happier about this. Okay guys, so it has passed enough time and I'm gonna stop the engine and drain the oil. This is where the oil filter is located. I had to remove the air filter. Now I can remove the oil filter as well to install the new one, and we are ready to pour the new oil. I think I'm gonna use this tool to remove the filter. They're very affordable. Well guys, since everything else is assembled back and I have topped up the oil, I started the car and once again waited a few minutes for the oil filter to get filled with oil, and then I topped up again the level of the oil in the engine. But since everything else is replaced and checked, I decided to check the braking fluid, which is over here in this container. It needed a bit of brake fluid, and on top of that my brother reminded me to check out what is going on with the oil of the steering wheel system. It is very interesting. You can see there is this lid that has to be unscrewed, and this is the inside of the container, the tank for the oil level. You can see the max at 20 degrees Celsius, but at the moment is a little bit below. Still, I won't pour any more oil. I will check out what is going on because it was beneath the minimum, so definitely needed some attention. Just to show you, if you're interested in where this is located and how it looks like this. I think that this is gonna be all for today. Everything seems to be fine. There are no leaks. Everything works nicely. The engine is okay now. So if you think this content is interesting, you may consider subscribing, sharing, commenting, and liking this video. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.